Damn right. And you're gonna make a difference.
This one comes with a basic sort of digital package.
Hey, you can make money off my name, make it, okay?
You got the power to change lives, Roy.
Hello and welcome to the Barry J. McDonald Podcast. If you're interested in creating your own digital product or just want to learn more, you're in the right place. Whether you're just starting out or have been working on your digital product for a while, we hope that our podcast will provide valuable insights and inspiration to help you on your journey. Take it away, Barry.
Hi, this is Barry here, and you are very, very welcome to today's podcast episode. Now, today's podcast episode is going to be a little bit different because we're going to step back for a moment. We're not going to talk about digital products or digital training. What I want to talk about today is starting off with a passion. Now, unfortunately, a lot of us start off copying what everyone else is doing. Everybody else is blogging about this topic, so we blog about it. Everyone else is creating digital products about this subject, and we copy them. We find out that people are making a lot of money creating digital training on this particular subject, and then we copy them. And then we find that we don't like writing about that thing. We don't like talking about that thing. We don't like training people on that thing because we've got no passion for it. So the best place to start off with your digital product or your digital training is to find something that you are passionate about. You want to find something that you could talk about all the time. You want to find something that your friends and your family are fed up hearing you talk about. Because you will find, if I'm honest, you will find that in the beginning, you might find that maybe you don't make much money at the start, or you make a small amount of money. And you'll find that if you're not passionate about the thing that you are creating products about, you're going to give up. You're just going to do it for a couple of days, couple of weeks, and you're just going to leave it there. But you will find that if you are passionate about something, even something that maybe you can't see how you're going to make money in, you will find that you'll do it over the next couple of months. You'll find that you'll show up every day. You'll find that the content that you create, it will be enthusiastic. You will be excited about doing it. And the people on the other side of the camera, the people who are reading your pages that you write, will unconsciously feel that. They'll feel that you like talking about this thing, and they'll automatically be kind of gravitated toward you. So in today's podcast episode, as I said, we're going to step back a little bit from digital products, and we're going to talk about 9 ways that you can monetize your passion. So we're going to have a look at the first thing that you can do. Now, the most obvious thing is probably to start a blog or start a YouTube channel. Now, if you've never done a blog before, well then maybe a YouTube channel might be a little bit easier for you, because not everyone likes to write. But there's no reason why you can't hold a smartphone up to your face and talk about the thing that you are passionate about. You know, whether you're passionate maybe about brewing beer, or maybe you're passionate about training dogs, or maybe you're passionate about golf, or whatever. You know, you'll find that if you are passionate about it, you don't need much motivation to hold, your phone in front of your face and record a couple of videos. And it's very easy nowadays for anyone just to have the YouTube app on the phone. As soon as you record the video, hit publish, and it goes straight to YouTube. So sometimes you don't even have to do all the complicated stuff of uploading the material. Now, you will find that, even though you might say right now, well, I don't know how I'm going to monetize this. You will find, if you have spent any time on YouTube at all, you will find people with huge followings talking about, video games, talking about books, talking about kind of, different topics that you might have thought, well, there isn't much money in that. Now, what I would say to you is if you do a YouTube channel, and if you are passionate about it, as I said, you'll show up regularly. You'll create a lot of content. And what you can do is you can monetize that content. YouTube will allow you to put some ads on it, and you can make some small amount of money that way. But then as your audience grows, as your viewers grows, and your audience, everything grows, your income will grow as well, because you'll start making more money on those ads. But if you would rather maybe write, well then probably one of the best places to go to is maybe medium.com, or maybe start off a WordPress blog. If you go to WordPress, you can start up your own blog, and you can give blogging a go. Write a couple of articles on the things that you are passionate about and see how it goes and build an audience that way. Now, the second thing you can do is maybe if you have more experience on the thing that you're passionate about, maybe you've come up with a great gadget. Maybe you've some kind of widget or gizmo or something you've created that you use to help you with your passion. You know, maybe it's some kind of fancy knitting needles, or maybe it's some kind of little fishing tackle thing that you've created and you find it works. That could be maybe a physical product that maybe you could take to some maybe company. You could get maybe somebody to design it, somebody to manufacture it, and you could actually create a physical product and sell it that way. So that could be a thing you could do. Another thing you could do is offer consulting services. Now, you will find not everybody will be passionate about the thing that you're passionate about. Maybe you are passionate about writing. So if you find maybe a business who maybe is looking for content for maybe their blog, maybe their Facebook page, Instagram or something like that, you could offer your service as a writer and you could write the content for them. Or maybe you've got a passion for video. Maybe you love recording videos. Or maybe you've got a passion for podcasting. You know, you could offer your service and do maybe a podcast for that business. Or you could maybe take photographs for that business and then offer your services, and then they could use that content on their Instagram feeds or whatever they may need it. So if you're passionate about something, and something that right now you're probably doing for free, there is probably other people who detest that thing, don't want to do that thing, and they would rather hire someone that could do that thing for them. So if you are passionate about something that could be turned into a service, think about that. Maybe you could offer consulting service to some business or some individual. Now, another thing you could do is to write an ebook or create a course. Now, if you listen to the podcast for long at all, you've heard me talk about digital products this past couple of days, but you could write some type of ebook, maybe some small ebook that you could put on the Amazon Kindle store, or you could actually maybe sell an ebook yourself, set up a kind of a web page and actually a PayPal button and actually sell your content on the page. Or maybe you could create a digital course. You know, if you go back to a couple of these episodes of the podcast, you will find me giving you tips and tricks. And you'll also find a link at the end of this podcast episode where I'm going to show you how to create your own digital product. So if you want to go down that route, give that a go. Now, the next thing I would say to you is become a content creator. Again, going back to the previous thing where I'd mentioned outsourcing yourself maybe as a service, is there any way maybe you can create content for yourself or maybe for other people? You could maybe create a series of videos, or maybe you could write some articles, or maybe you could create some visual content, you know, photographs or something like that, that somebody else could use. So you could do that for someone else, or you could actually do it for yourself. You know, again, like creating content for YouTube, if you are passionate about the thing and you love talking about it, you love writing about it, you love taking photographs about it, well then you could maybe have a Facebook page with all that content on it. And then you could test things out, see how the traffic grows, see what people are interested in, and then maybe at a later point when you find people are more interested on a certain topic, you could create an ebook about that, or you could create a digital training course. So it could be a way of testing the waters first, by putting your own content out there, seeing what your audience likes, and then making products then, and some type of way of monetizing that. Another thing then you could do is maybe start a service business. Again, like outsourcing yourself maybe to, you know, a business where you're doing the writing or you're doing the recording or you're doing the photography. Could you maybe start a business where you offer that to a lot of businesses? Rather than maybe working for only one sole kind of business, could you, you know, offer your service out to a lot of businesses? So maybe, for example, maybe you could be writing content for the local plumber. You could be maybe writing content or maybe for the local carpenter or the local, you know, butcher or whatever the kind of offline stores and offline businesses who could be looking for content now, who could be looking for content maybe for Facebook, who maybe are looking for a post for Instagram, who are maybe looking for photographs to, you know, brighten up their, you know, their Medium page or maybe the LinkedIn page or something like that. So you don't have to solely focus on one business. Why not offer it as a service to maybe a number of businesses? And you never know, when it starts to grow, you could take on more staff, which means you can take on more clients, which means you can take on more money. So could you maybe start your passion and turn it into a service business? Now again, this next one I'm going to talk about, which is investing in the stock market, it isn't open to everybody. Not everybody has a great, you know, knowledge of the stock market, things like that. But maybe if your passion is maybe to watch how businesses are going, you know, you're like someone who likes keeping an eye on what stocks are up, what stocks are down. And if maybe something like that, if you are interested in that, is there some maybe way you could invest in the stock market? Or if you could actually prove your results, could you offer that maybe that service out to other people? Another thing too is getting licensed and franchised. You know, if you think about McDonald's, the first original restaurant, they just simply created burgers. They created kind of burgers and fries in a quick amount of time. And then what they did was then they franchised it out. So they took the same process and they opened up another restaurant, and all the staff copied the exact same thing that they've been doing it. So suddenly they had 2 restaurants, but they were all kind of working from the same game plan. So if you find maybe that you have a passion and you're actually making money from it, and you have a process, maybe you could license and franchise that so that other people could actually buy the licensing and could actually use your knowledge and help them start up a business. Again, too, maybe for example, if maybe you had a great way of maybe setting up that service business. You know, you start servicing other businesses with all the content that you're creating, and you find that it's very, very easy for you. What you could do is you could write all that process down, come up with a kind of program, and then sell that maybe to other people who might be interested in setting that up. So they don't need to start from scratch. They have your advice, they have your wisdom, and straight away, you know, they'll be up and running a lot faster than making all the mistakes themselves. And they can actually benefit from your knowledge, and they might be willing to pay you for that knowledge. So maybe you could do this maybe as a long-term licensing thing, where maybe every month you give them advice and help them along, or maybe you could sell it as a package. Again, that could maybe, it could be maybe a digital training product where you show everyone how you did it so they can do it themselves. And then finally then is monetizing your social media following. Now, whatever platform you're at, maybe if you are on a WordPress blog, you will find that people will read your blog and they'll come back regularly. And if you're putting a lot of content out regularly, you know your audience is going to grow. Or maybe you've got people on Twitter who follow you. Or maybe you've got a following on Facebook that's growing as you're putting more content on Facebook. Now, could you monetize that social media following? Again, could you maybe create an ebook, something that'll help them, something that they need help with? Could you create maybe a digital training course? Because when you're putting your content out, you find that maybe people are coming back to you and they're saying, well, could you write more content about this? Or could you explain this to me? Or could you show me how you did that? And when you find those people are coming to you with those questions, those are ideas for ebooks, for upcoming content, digital products. Or maybe they're not coming to you like that, but maybe they like coming back to your content because maybe you're always talking about Star Trek, or that you're always talking about some TV show, or you're talking about celebrity or whatever. And you're wondering, how can I monetize that? But maybe there could be a way of monetizing that, could be with maybe merchandise. Now again, to just be aware, if you are kind of passionate about a TV show or something that might have a copyright to it, just be wary of maybe using names that may be trademarked. I don't want you getting into any legal problems because of that. But is there any way maybe you can merchandise your following? Could you create maybe some t-shirts with some slogans on it? Could you create maybe some backpacks, some hats? Again, too, you'll find, you know, a lot of people maybe who are kind of outdoory, maybe people who are hunting, fishing, playing golf and all those different things. They're always looking for hats, t-shirts and all those different things to kind of show off their hobbies, show off that they're part of the group, that they are, you know, the fishing people, or they're the hunting people, or they are the golf people. And again, think about, is there any way maybe you could monetize that? Again, you'll find a lot of websites where you can actually do that. Those are kind of the print on demands. If you go to a website like redbubble.com, what you'll find is you can actually upload an image, upload a slogan, and you can put it on hats, scarves, t-shirts, backpacks, towels, you name it, you can put that slogan on it. So that could be a way of monetizing your social media following. Again, you'll know yourself, you'll know as your audience is growing, you'll know over time what they're asking you questions about, what they like, what they don't like, and what you can do is think, is there any way I can monetize that? Is there any way maybe I can provide a solution? Can I provide something that's going to make them feel like they're part of a group? And you can monetize it that way. So as I said, the best thing to start off with is finding something that you're passionate about, because you're going to find in the beginning, it's going to be a long slog. There will be times when you're frustrated, when you're not making money, and you will find that if you're not passionate about the thing that you are talking about, you're not going to do it for long. People are going to see that you're not giving it all in your training, that it's kind of limp, it's just got no emotion in it, you're not excited about it. And they'll subconsciously know that and maybe not pay as much attention to you. Whereas, you know, when we find someone who is really passionate about something, some subject, TV shows, celebrities or whatever, you can actually feel it in their voice. You can actually feel it coming across on the screen, and we are automatically attracted to them because we can feel that passion. So give that some thought today. Those are the 9 things I would do if I have a passion and I'm looking to monetize it. And as I said, if you are interested in creating a digital training product, keep listening to the podcast because I'm going to give you a great link at the end of the show. As always, have a lovely day today. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. If you're interested in learning more about how to create your own profitable digital course from scratch, we have a special report that we know you'll love. To pick up your copy of Piggyback Profits, How to Make Your First Profitable Course, go to writecome.com now. We'll see you in the next episode.